You're listening to Easy Travels, an original podcast from Nexion Travel Group.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Easy Travels podcast, Nexion Travel Group's only original podcast, brought to you by us, the amazing people at Nexion Travel Group. Go us. And not just me, of course. You know, my name's Chris, but I'm secondary here. Joining me, as always, is the fantastic, the always knowledgeable, the one and only Coach Martin Mussey, everybody. Welcome, Coach Martin.
Hey, Chris, thank you so much. And yes, go us. And how about this? You're not secondary, Chris. We are in this together.
Well, thank you, Martin.
Yeah? All right. We know that. Hey, you know what, Chris? I was thinking about this. It's here it is. We are at the very start of summer. And as you know, with some recent travel that I have had, industry related, some personal travel that you have had, we've had a small little break from this recording of our Easy Travels podcast, and kind of made me start to think a little bit about the summer state of mind. I want to take us down this path and have a conversation today just about that, the summer state of mind.
All right, I'm game.
All right. Hey, I've got a question for you. Let's just do a quick round of questions to each other. All right. Travel related. And, you know, everyone has their thoughts, their opinions on this. And I know as our listeners are out there, they're going to maybe even call it out to their computer in their car if they're listening in the car, whatever. So here's my first question to you. Window seat or aisle?
Oh, it has to be a window seat for me. I mean, it doesn't have to be. I can handle an aisle seat if that's the only seat available. But my preference is definitely for the window seat because, you know, if you're going to be in a plane, why not take in the spectacular views, you know, being miles above the earth? I mean, that's my preference. I know some people don't like looking out the window. What are you? Are you an aisle seat person?
No. I'm a window all the way. So we are on the same page about that. I'm with you. I want that. I want to see the view. I want to know. And there's some spectacular places that you fly into. Now, this might be a little bit TMI, but there have been some flights and some things recently as I've gotten a little bit older that I thought, oh my gosh, am I going to have to become an aisle person? But my first choice is always window all the way.
All right. Well, we're off to a good start. Complete agreement so far.
Complete.
But let me ask you a question now. So this is another kind of generic travel related question, but I don't think I've ever asked you before. Are you a beach guy or a mountain guy?
You know what? I love the water, so I'll say beach. Now, what's interesting about beach is that I'm not a go get in the water because there's some aspects of the beach that I don't love. I don't love the getting the sand off me later and it being with me for 5 hours later. Some of those things, but the healing powers of water, being near the water, the sounds of the water. Yeah, I will more generally choose beach over the mountains. What about you?
Yeah, I think we're still in agreement. I like both, but my preference is for beaches. I don't even mind like the feeling of having sand on me. Like being out in the sun all day, coming home all sandy, to me, it's actually kind of a good feeling. So yeah, I absolutely love the beach.
There you go. Okay, well, here's an interesting one because this may have to do with people's body rhythms, body clocks, all of that sort of stuff. Are you a sunrise or sunset person?
Well, you can't have one without the other, Martin. They kind of they come and they go, don't they?
No, they do.
Just because I'm not a morning person, I would have to say sunsets. I mean, they're both pretty to look at, but I think I've seen more sunsets in my life just by virtue of the fact that I'm not often awake early enough to catch the sunrise. What about you?
Well, ding, ding, ding. Once again, I think we're on the same page about that. And for almost the very same reason, I've just naturally have seen more sunsets than I have sunrise because I'm also just not up at that hour of the morning most of the times. So yeah, so we're there. Okay, here's let's do this. This is the last one. Okay. Road trip or a flight someplace.
That's an easy one for me. I always prefer to fly if the road trip is more than a few hours, because it's just less time having to sit still.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a road trip guy. I do not mind the flying at all. It has nothing to do with that. I will get on a plane all the time. I have to, obviously, for work, for personal. Got some trips coming up that are going to require a flight. But there is something that is just magical about the waking up and knowing you've got a road trip coming that just feels different. And so I don't get to plan as many of them like when our kids were younger. But if I can, between the two, road trip would be my choice. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that's our first point of disagreement so far. I'll ask you one more just to see if there's anything else that maybe we can bounce back. Maybe we'll agree on this one. Okay. Although this one, I honestly, it's a tie for me. I don't know which one to choose, so maybe you can be the tiebreaker. Is it national park or big city getaway? Because I really like both. I think I've said before, I like being in big cities and deep nature for exactly the same reason. They feel oddly similar to me, like I'm just part of a greater ecosystem. So I really don't know which one. I love them both, but do you have a preference?
Well, I almost have to ask you this, though, before I give you my answer. What if somebody said you have to choose between one or the other? Which one wins out? Just slightly edges, maybe even.
See, there's so many variables. I feel like it would depend on what city and what national park, and ultimately, I would probably still have to flip a coin. Let's say if it was between my favorite big city and my favorite national park, so it's either, I don't know, Tokyo or Shenandoah, I would probably choose Tokyo. But if it was a lesser city versus a national park, I don't know. Yeah, it would be a really tough call.
I hear you. I hear where you're going with that. Well, this one is easy. I love the national parks and I need to explore more of them, but my choice is city getaway. My family, we're foodies, me and my wife. When we travel, we love to experience the vibrancy of a city. And I think there's just nothing like the personality of a city, sometimes even a state that you can feel inside of a city getaway. Museums, theater, the culture stuff that goes along with all of that. Yeah. So for me, city getaway. So I don't know. Did that win us back? Did that bring us back, even though you were undecided?
Yeah, I definitely hear where you're coming from. Like I said, I still feel like it's kind of like beaches and mountains. Like beaches get a slight advantage there, but between big cities and national parks, I think it really depends on the city and depends on the park. But there's definitely more to do in a city. So if you want to have a lot to do, you go that way. If you want to just kind of relax and go with the flow, maybe park is the way you go. So it all depends. It's totally up to the individual. Like, there's no right answers here, are there?
No, there are not. There are not. Okay, so let's go beyond these questions, dig a little bit deeper. I got to ask you, what's the first thing that comes to mind when somebody says summer vacation?
For me, it's probably, again, I'm going back to the beach. So when I was growing up, like we always went to the beach, with our extended family, at least once every summer. And it was the North Carolina beach. So I think some of the best beaches on the East Coast. But yeah, I always associated beaches with summer vacation. It's weird when you get older and you get out of school, like you don't really think of summer the same way. Like when you're a kid growing up, like you look forward to the summer. Now I feel like I enjoy the spring and the fall more because I can be outside more. Summer, where I live, it gets so hot and humid. I feel like you can't even be outside for 10 minutes without getting sticky. But
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I love going to the beach in the summertime because you can just jump in the water, but that's what I always associate with summer vacations. How about you?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you real quick though, where you said East Coast, North Carolina, where in North Carolina?
Well, you'll actually get to read about it in the very next edition of the Escape magazine because I put it in there, but there is a little tiny beach just south of, So Wrightsville Beach is a bigger beach in North Carolina that's, I believe, right outside of Wilmington. But if you go a little bit further south, almost to the South Carolina border, there is a really small beach town called Holden Beach. It is very undeveloped. It's basically just houses. They have like one little general store where you can buy fishing gear and basic groceries, and that's it. So it's very quiet. It's not touristy at all. That's the beach that my family would go every summer when we were growing up. And so I still have a lot of nostalgia for it. It's just a beautiful. North Carolina beaches are great too, because you get like big waves. You get a lot of just like a really wide beach if you like to go jogging or walking on the beach and looking for shells and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a lot of fondness for the North Carolina beaches in general, but that little one in particular.
That's awesome. Sounds amazing. When I think summer vacation, I'm thinking about road trips, and it was something often my family would do when I was younger. Most everything that was longer summer vacation dealt with a car trip, road trip, if you will, oftentimes going from Texas all the way out to our relatives in Southern California, and making that drive, stopping at various interesting places along the way. Lunch was always in Tucson, Arizona, for whatever reason. I remember that. And we knew we were in the final stretch to get to Los Angeles, usually where we were headed. So to me, that's what summer vacations sort of represent. And I got the opportunity to replicate that a little bit with my kids when they were growing up. Went to go see their grandparents in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And so, yeah, I always tend to think of road trips for a summer vacation. So really cool. All right. Final question. And then enough of this lollygagging and all this thoughts of summer and just being able to relax and everything, because we gotta tease some folks about what's upcoming in our podcast. But final summer themed question here. All right.
All right.
Now, putting aside, what we were like maybe as kids and with our families right now, today, are you more of a planned, we'll even remove summer out of the equation. Are you more of a planned vacation person, or let's just go somewhere this weekend person?
If I had my way, I would always be a let's just go somewhere this weekend person. I don't think you can always do that because it's logistically too hard. You got to plan around other things. And especially if you're going somewhere farther away, you definitely have to plan. But if I could, if I was magical and could just, snap my fingers and do all the planning like that, I would be like, let's just up and go somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm sort of the same way. I yearn to be a little bit more of that spontaneous, let's just go somewhere this weekend person. But, when you've got family, when you've got people around you and other obligations, yeah, you're right. You just can't just, up and go sometimes. But you know what? I think it's something that we can aspire to. But, that wouldn't be such a bad thing, would it?
Not at all.
Not at all. Well, speaking of planning, like I said, it's all great to talk about this lollygagging and summer vacation state of mind, where we could just sit on a beach all day and not worry about everything. But, we have to plan sometimes. So speaking of plans, Easy Travels, we've got some plans upcoming. You want to share with the folks what we got on the agenda?
Yeah, so we are going to be continuing this summer with our travel partner chats. Coming up this month, we have Jade Anderson Dukes from Oceania Cruises. Next month in July, we're going to have Lauren Harris from Virgin Voyages. And then finally in August, we're going to have Vicky Freed from Royal Caribbean. So three great people to talk about three great cruise lines. That's what we got planned coming up on the Easy Travels podcast.
Yeah, all great destinations and modes of transport for summer. Just connecting it back to the theme. I should give up. Go ahead, Chris, take us to the close.
All right. Well, thanks for this fun little conversation today, Martin. And from all of us in Nexion Travel Group to all of you listening, until next time, easy travels.
Easy travels, everybody, and a happy summer.
If you have enjoyed today's episode, please like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Drop us your thoughts or even show topic ideas in the comments of this episode or email us at communications@nexion.com.